All right, everybody, welcome to the Tradin Awards. That's right. This little series of ours has been promoted. It's not just Tradin Extras anymore. It's
Yay!
it's its own official category
Ya da 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 da
because
da 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 da.
it's like if we're doing this every single year as a tradition, then it's like it's not really like an extra anymore.
True. I did enjoy the low budget efforts of it, but
Yeah, true, the crayon drawings.
hopefully those stay.
I'll think of something.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
I did think about just reusing the artwork again,
Again?
because that's also been a
You
trend,
imagine
but
the game awards, but they just reuse the same trophy. They just scribble
they
out the name.
they just play a video of the orchestra playing the same songs from the previous year.
It's just flute guy every time.
Yeah, it's like just Flute Guy and nobody else.
Oh man. But
You
yeah.
see, we're more fun than the Game Awards. You like this show, right, guys?
Sure. I do. Well, that's because I've actually played the games we're talking about.
I'll get to Silk Song one day.
There's reasons why we haven't. I was just laughing because I was
Right.
looking at the nominees and I was like, I have played exactly one game on this list.
Yep. Oh, I guess before we start talking about like what we've played and doing our usual thing, I want to hand out a little award
Ooh.
to the gaming's biggest disappointment of the year. I I don't know how many people will agree with me on this, but this was a game that I was interested in, and then upon release I was like, no, I'm not touching that. But Infinity Nikki being a gotcha game and just being like
Oh,
free to play microtransaction stuffed
I
whatever. I'm
forgot.
like, man, that game looked so cute and so charming, and then it's just like money whatever nonsense.
Do you know
I'm
what's
like,
Do you know what's
man.
wild is the fact that we both discovered that independent of each other and had the same reaction.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I saw that. I was like, I'm gonna keep my eye out for this. This looks fun. And then I saw that it was gotcha, and I was just like, I think I'm gonna not.
I think I'm doing all right.
Don't need this. Why does everything want to be Genshin?
Yeah. Why does Genshin want to be Genshin?
I don't know. I haven't played Genshin.
Anyways, if you haven't clicked off the video yet, we'll get started.
Quick, say something that Guano likes that we can make fun of.
No.
I'm joking. Although I am gonna
Give him a break. He's been through enough.
He's already dead.
He's already dead. Okay, so yeah, as we've sort of established this new pattern of just like a quick comment on like each of the things that we played this year, I personally would like to omit the top 5 games so that way I actually get around to those and I don't have to like, be coy about like, oh, it was good. And then it's in the top 5 and it's like, no, it's really good.
Yeah, no, I organized my list a little differently. It's not in the order that I played it this year.
Oh, okay.
And there's a reason for that I will get to, but I will let you have the floor first since it is your channel.
Okay, cool. My channel, my floor. Here we go.
Your carpet.
All right, so starting out the year, these actually were like in the order that I played them, minus the top 5. But I started out the year with a little mod known as Super Mario Eclipse,
Oh.
which is a mod of Super Mario Sunshine. It was interesting because like they don't let you get to all the new content of the mod until you've like basically beaten the game, or at least like gotten far into it. So I was kind of like weirded out by that, but they add a bunch of like quality of life stuff to the original Mario Sunshine. The coolest one I think is the fact that they connected all of the levels into an open world structure. So like how you can see the places like in the distance
Yeah.
on the hub area, like all the levels, you can actually just like walk to them.
Oh, that's sick.
And so like the whole area feels a lot more like interconnected. You can kind of just go in and out of levels as you please. You can go like from one level to another, like the the park is like nearby Rico Harbor and everything, and so you can just go straight from one to the other. So there's a lot of cool stuff there, and then there's also just like original content, and so I'm like, oh, that was a neat little game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't finish it just because like for some reason my PC has a problem with Dolphin. So
Yeah.
no GameCube games for me, I guess. Let's see. I also played the demo to the Mario fan game in the works by Kays Emanuar, Return to Yoshi's Island.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
I was showing you some stuff about that, and like it was just a demo, but like it's really cool.
Oh,
I like it a lot.
I'm excited.
As a person who's kind of had this like on and off relationship with Mario 64, where it like I recognize that it's this iconic classic, but there's also a lot about it that gets on my nerves, and it's like not my favorite Mario. Seeing a game that's just trying to be like almost like a direct sequel to Mario 64 and like kind of keeping the same engine but like polishing it a bunch, it's just it looks cool.
Ooh, I'm interested.
Let's see. From there, we've got two in a row that are top fivers, so we'll skip past those.
You peaked early.
Continuing with the trend of me not having money to buy actual games and resorting to like fan-made stuff, another insane release that happened this year was the Sonic Unleashed recompilation.
Oh wait, that was this year?
Yep.
Oh man.
And dude, let me tell you, that is easily the best way to play Sonic Unleashed.
Ooh.
Is this like little PC port that fans managed to create. It's like, I don't know, if you played Sonic Unleashed originally on PS3 or 360, like like the frame rate, like those consoles could not handle that game. That was built for a later generation.
Mm-hmm.
And like I guess there's like the Xbox One version of the game that you could play too, and like that one runs pretty well and stuff, but like just having so much control to like manually adjust things, being able to turn off the Werehog battle music so you can just listen to the level themes while you play, and like
Mods to replace Chip with Miku.
yeah, you can replace both Sonic and Chip with Hatsune Miku. And probably other characters.
Probably. I'll say it. Sonic fans are insane. I would know because I'm one of them. They are. But like,
yeah. No, that's honestly, this was almost like number 5 on like my top 5 games this year, and it also was definitely like one of my most played this year because I was just replaying Sonic Unleashed, and it's a great game, and I was having an amazing time with it.
Oh, that's sick.
But then, like right at the last moment, something else this year
bumped it
pushed
down.
it out of the list. But yeah, that is one of my biggest honorable mentions. Let's see. I did also lots of the Archipelago randomizers this year. including one of a game that like I've never like played for more than like 10 minutes,
Ooh.
which is Link's Awakening. And so,
Oh,
like, this is technically, even though it was a randomizer, this is my first, like, full playthrough of Link's Awakening.
that's
And that was
wild.
such an interesting experience. But I did like the game. There's a few points where it was kind of like, this game is old and stinky. And also, like, because like it was a randomizer that was set up for me and I didn't like choose the settings myself, the colors were inverted the whole time.
Oh, really,
And so
really,
the game looked really weird.
really getting that like dream aesthetic to the
Mhm.
game.
Yeah, but you know, in spite of all that, I liked it. So I think at some point I would like to, you know, play the remake that was on Switch.
Yeah, I have it. I could probably loan it to you.
Wow. I might take you up on that offer. Let's see. Moving on. We didn't play very much of it, but with the boys, I played a little bit of In Stars and Time.
Oh, that's
And
right.
And that one, just from what I've seen of it, very charming game. Love the characters. Um, that's the real French RPG that dominated this year. No, it's cute, and of course, like the main character being like, they're designed blatantly inspired by Snufkin. I'm like, of course I'm gonna like this.
You feel specifically catered to.
hmm It's good stuff, and it's got good humor, but then also it can get like deep and everything. And so I'm like, we decided not to like go through with like doing a let's play of it, but I'm just like, okay, on my own time, I'm gonna have to play this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, this was a fascinating one because with my Pathfinder group,
Ah.
um, we would have some days where kind and wonderful based GM Guano was not ready with material for us to play, but we still wanted to hang out. And so we started playing something called Sunderfolk. Have you heard of this one?
I have not heard of this.
It is in the same format of something like Jackbox. It's like where you play on your phone, and then there's just like a central TV where the main game is.
Interesting.
But it's like a top-down like strategy RPG thing.
Ooh.
Not unlike Fire Emblem, where you have like a limited range of like movement and then a range of attack, and like everyone takes turns fighting enemies and leveling up and whatever. But it's like it's like purely co-opable. It's designed so that you can like get a group of players, everybody picks a type of character. Mine was a big like polar bear with a hammer.
Oh my god, this sounds so up my alley. I'm like, oh, I want to.
It actually is pretty cool. Listen, David, you and your wife, I think you guys would have a great time with this one. I would recommend it. It's at times I feel like it kind of drags. It's also very interesting that every single character in the game is like voiced by a single person. And so it kind of has the feel of like somebody's reading you a storybook and they're doing voices for the characters.
Oh.
But it's cute. It's got lots of fantasy fun and like animal people, and it's nice.
Ooh. Ooh. I might need to get my hands on this and try it because that sounds really fun.
If you remind me again, or maybe like when you're listening back to the episode, if you haven't checked it out, then I'll
let me
I'll show
know
you
because
stuff about it.
that sounds interesting.
I'm thinking about this. I'm like, for as much as I heard you enjoying Baldur's Gate 3, I'm like, yeah, you'll probably be into this as well. It's a little more simple, but it's a good time.
It sounds good.
Let's see. moving right along, I also played Ebe, which is a one of those classic RPG Maker horror games.
Ooh.
This one was a gift from a friend. I got it last year. I got a bunch of like games for Christmas, and I still haven't even checked them all out. But this was one of them, and it's interesting. It knows how to like follow kind of the typical tropes of like, you know, anticipation and building fear and stuff, but it's just it's RPG Maker, and it's not like a turn-based battle system either. It's like purely like an overworld exploring
Oh,
things,
one of those.
dialogue. Yeah. You could think something like One Shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Scary.
But spoopy.
It was pretty good. I should get back to finishing that one. I liked what I played of it, but I played quite a bit this year, and it was, as I mentioned, a lot of like free stuff, like gifts from friends, and just like what was available to be played for free. Speaking of free to play, this is another one that almost could have made it into my top 5. Big honorable mention here. Dominoid. Puzzle game.
I remember you telling me about this one.
Yeah, I think I showed you
Yes.
the gameplay for a little bit, but it's you know, like falling blocks, kind of like Tetris or Puyo Puyo or whatever, but instead of like matching colors or getting like a line of whatever, you have to make a square of dominoes, and then it'll dissolve the dominoes and everything inside the square. And so it creates to like really different strategy while still feeling like other, you know, fast-paced puzzle games. This game is extremely cool. It's free to play, so this is one that like I really recommend to anyone that enjoys these types of quick puzzle games. And also just the fact that it's like really moddable and customizable and like built to be that way. You can like change the graphics and stuff. You can add your own music and like listen to your own soundtracks while you're playing the game. And it's like very simple. You just like take an audio file, convert it to OGG, slap it into a folder, and then on like the in-game menu you can select like listen to this music. So like I have stuff like the Pokemon Puzzle League soundtrack to listen to while I play.
No, because you showed me that.
Yeah.
You showed me that, and
Yeah.
I was like, this is wild.
I have like a bunch of songs from OC Remix. I have like Elden Ring boss themes for like each of the levels. Like there's a lot you can do to like modify the game, and it's really cool.
That's so cool.
Very cool surprise hit, and it literally was just the devs are like working on bigger, more important games, and they're just like, everything sucks and you guys need like a little treat, so we're just gonna make this free puzzle game so you guys have something to enjoy this year.
That's so sweet.
That was really nice. I like that. Let's see. Moving on, I played the demo to Mina the Hollower. That was nice.
I really want to play that. It looks so good.
It looks so cool. It is like Shovel Knight was like Castlevania, but you know, like classic 2D Castlevania. This one is now like top-down Zelda, but it's like, I don't know, like you can tell how Yacht Club Games is always like influenced by a ton of games because there's lots of elements of like Bloodborne combat in there. It's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I want it. It's on my radar. I've got it in my Steam wish list. Someday.
Someday. Yeah. And then a pretty big, pretty important game on my top 5 was played at this point. So we'll get to that later. Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4 came out. That's another like strong contender for great games this year. And I will not say as much about it because I know that you also are probably going to have more to say about it. So I'll just kind of leave it at that for now.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got to try Mario Kart World.
Oh, that's right.
It's in an interesting place for me. I feel like Mario Kart 8 was this like lightning in a bottle perfect like kart racer game.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like everything I could want out of a Mario Kart done so amazingly that like it makes sense that it would be hard for Nintendo to follow that up without just, you know, doing literally what they did on the Switch and just porting it over to the next console, just to keep it alive longer. Like, I respect that Mario Kart World had a tough uphill battle, but I don't think I like it quite as much as Mario Kart 8.
Mm-hmm.
Still a good game, though. Continuing with the theme of the fact that I now have a PS5 that I can enjoy. Thank you, as always, Mr. Guano, for giving that to me.
This episode's sponsored by Guano.
It kind of is. We'll be talking more about this thanks to the fact that he gave me the PS5. But yeah, I got to try out Astro's Playroom, which is like the demo. I mean, yeah, it's basically a demo for what became Astrobot.
Right.
But it's like the way that it works is like you're literally like inside a PS5 and all the different levels in the game are like different specs, like the GPU or the memory or whatever. Like you're literally exploring around inside a PS5, learning how it works. And the levels, all the stuff you find in the levels are things relating to, like, this is what this piece of hardware does well. So it's a really good way of, like, introducing tech concepts to people that are not tech savvy in a way that's, like, really clever.
Interesting.
Like, I wanted to dip my toes into this before starting Astrobot, but, like, I don't know. Astrobot won Game of the Year because it's kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But at least at the Game Awards it did. I look forward to trying it someday. Once again, continuing this little trend of going through Professor Layton games.
Oh, yeah!
Professor Layton and the Unwound Future. Man, that one was great too. I'm not an enjoyer of puzzle games, but I did enjoy that one for the story. I think if I also liked the gameplay, that would be up there as like a top 5 contender.
Ooh.
But the story's real good. Like, the first 2 games were like cute and fun and enjoyable, and then they'd have these like really like amazing plot twists at the end, but this one just like hits the ground running. Like, it's fun. It's a fun story right out of the gate, and it's like at the midway point is when it gets like heavy, and then just like the whole second half of the game is just like dark.
I need to get into Professor Layton. Like,
you do.
Like, it feels so up my alley that I'm like, yeah, I gotta do it.
Mm-hmm. And what is interesting, apparently, I didn't know about this, but the remainder of the Professor Layton games that have come out are either prequels or spin-offs. So I'm caught up and could get into like the next Professor Layton game when that finally comes out. Which that's really exciting to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Layton, good. Let's see. Those who follow my YouTube channel may have noticed around October, I played a little game called Little Nightmares. I gotta shoot straight about this one. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Again, as I mentioned, like puzzle solving is not my thing. I imagine a lot of people were very frustrated with my gameplay of like not figuring it out, and then Sakura's there like, "Hey, try this," and then that's what works.
Yeah.
And also just like I've seen other people talk about this too. There is no way to turn off the like camera wobbling effect that's in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes me so motion sick, dude. Like
Yeah.
I cannot play this game for long stretches of time without getting nauseous.
That's the most frustrating part for me, because I don't like horror games, but like that is like my one like side little like listen.
You make an exception.
I
for
make it.
this.
I make an exception for that game just because like it messed with my head, and I'm just like, oh, I really wanted you and Sakura to see like other stuff, but I totally get it.
I'm not saying we won't go back to it. I mean, there's always the possibility that just like October next year,
Yeah.
we do a little more.
If you guys do,
But,
like,
like-
hit me up. I would be thrilled to join you guys on that ride because
Okay.
I
know
I like that game.
A handful of people expressed that they want to see me play more, not like a lot, and that was kind of like my testing the waters to be like, if I get like really positive response to this, I'll take it more seriously and like try and go through the rest of the game. But like, not enough people were excited about it, so it's kind of like, okay, I think I can
Let it
I
sit.
think I can let this sit. Yeah. Maybe come back to it if I'm like really in the mood for it.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair.
And it, from the sound of things, like later games do this better. Well, not 3. I heard 3 was terrible because it was like by a different studio. But the second one does stuff better. So
I only know the first one, so
yeah. Moving on, another independently made little fan game with a very delightful title, Super Duper Amy Freaking Rose.
Wait, did you check that out?
I did actually play it. It was, they just have like a small demo out on itch.io, and it's, you know, a little Sonic fan game where you play as Amy, and it's very it's very not like typical Sonic, because it's kind of more like Sonic Battle, in that it's like you have 2D sprites, but you're moving in like a 3D space.
Okay.
But then also it still is a platformer, and you have like combos with hammer attacks. And you can, like, if you get running, you can build up really fast speed, so you have to balance like
interesting
attacking enemies and stuff, and like building a score meter, but also like platforming and going quickly. And it's just it's not like any other Sonic fan game I've ever seen, which is why it was cool.
That's so I was meaning to check that out because I was the one who sent that to you. That I was like, hey, I saw this, like I should check this out at some point. And you were like, oh yeah, I'll look into that. And then I'd never heard anything. So the fact that you went and checked it out.
I guess we didn't like properly follow up on that, but it's good. I liked it. Also, there was like a cybersecurity attack on itch.io like the day after I played it.
Oh.
And so I couldn't get back in to play more.
Oh
And
no.
I was just like, well, I got in when I did.
Okay.
But it is, yeah, that was a fun little fan game. I look forward to seeing what becomes of it, because it's very well made.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Let's see, another game I received as a gift that I finally got to. I was kind of calling this the year of roguelikes. Because I played a couple of roguelikes this year. One of the prominent ones was Returnal.
Right. I forgot you said you played that.
Right. That game is fascinating. It's funny, I'm remembering the conversation now, because I brought this one up as an honorable mention when I recorded my top 5 games thing with Snowfy and Guano. We'll also promote that here so you can check that out. But as I said there, Returnal is a very cool game. It is a third-person shooter bullet hell roguelike.
Right.
But because it is the combination of all these things, it's really hard, and I'm really bad at it. But in terms of like the story and the tone and everything, it feels like this IP could be Sony's Metroid.
Ooh.
Because it's a lot of like sci-fi. You're like isolated on this like really disturbing alien planet. And there's tons of like really creepy and cool mysteries, and I wanted to solve more of this and explore more of the world, but I'm just so bad at this game. I don't even remember if I was like on the lowest difficulty or if there are difficulties or not. But if there's an easy mode, I might consider doing that to get back into it, because it's a cool game, but it's like, wow. This is you know me, I enjoy Elden Ring, I love the heck out of Fury.
Yep.
And I'm like, this game is hard. But I think it's more so because I'm not used to the genre. I don't play a lot of shooters, and that kind of is...
That makes sense.
A lot of the difficulty I find is just in, like, comfortably controlling the character, because it's a type of game that I don't normally play. But I should play more. It's really cool. Okay. Another free-to-play game that I tried out this year was Sonic Rumble.
Oh, that's right!
That is out. And not a lot of people care.
I just haven't had time to try it. I like have it.
Yeah.
I have it on Steam. I've been meaning to sit down and play it, and I just haven't yet.
It is quite literally just Fall Guys, but you're playing as Sonic characters.
Sold.
And like all the levels have like a Sonic coat of paint, but it's just Fall Guys. So if you like Fall Guys and you like Sonic, it's Sonic Fall Guys.
Yeah.
which is interesting because for me, I did not get to play Fall Guys ever. Like that came out while I was in Ecuador, and so I just completely missed the boat on that.
That's right.
So this is my first time playing a game of this style. It's pretty darn aggressive about the microtransactions, and I don't like that about the game. But they're all for cosmetics. You can basically just play the game and do fine.
Okay.
Without any hassle. There is also a degree of like grinding, like, oh, if you level up you get more points when you win, like, and so it's like, okay, play the game for more time. That is kind of, the free-to-play model.
It is.
It's not a perfect game, which is why this one's not a top 5. But just in terms of, like, aesthetics and everything, I do love this game.
Okay.
Soundtrack especially. They crushed it with the soundtrack for this one. There's a lot of... There's a lot of influence from Sonic Lost World, of all things.
Really?
And, like... Sonic Lost World had a really interesting aesthetic to me. I know, like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's just kind of Mario-y. And, like, I guess that's kind of true, but, like, it was something they never went back to. Because immediately after Lost Worlds, we got the hard pivot into Forces and then into Frontiers, and it's like, okay, we're kind of sticking with this, like, moodier Sonic vibe. So, like, they just sort of ditched the Lost World aesthetic. And yet, for a game like Sonic Rumble, like, it fits perfectly.
It works.
The first area of the game is basically, like, since, Green Hill is kind of in that nebulous copyright space, it's kind of more like Windy Hill.
Yeah.
And it's, got some of those, like, iconic sections of Windy Hill, like the big windmills and stuff. But it's, like, there's just a lot of fan service, and it's, like, really charming. You get, like, a a little Chow partner you can have follow you around, and it's like not even just Chows, but you can also get like the Coco or Doom's Eye.
Ooh.
Or you can have like an Omo Chow following you. Like there's a lot of like little aesthetic and customizable things. There's like different outfits for characters. Like you can just be like normal Sonic, but you could also be like in his captain outfit from the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog or whatever.
Stop.
Like, the problem is to get most of them, you either have to pay money or grind for a long time. So it's not like the most, like, you won't be able to just jump in and have access to everything. Also, all the maps are like on a time limit, so it's like for the next 5 hours you can do these types of mini games.
Aw, man.
And then you wait for the next thing to, like, this would be so much better if they just made it like a paid release with access to anything.
Yeah.
But that's mostly for the online. You can also just like unlock like single player obstacle courses to go through as well. And like it's pretty easy to just get them. You just play a couple rounds online and then you can do a few of those.
Okay.
So it's neat. It's not the best thing that Sonic has ever done, but like for a free to play game, you can do a lot worse. Looking at you, Infinity Nikki. Yeah. I will also mention that, like, this year has been weirdly absent of Sonic for me, given how much Sonic was last year.
Yeah. I'll talk
Like,
about it in
I
my
didn't,
list, but yeah.
I didn't get to... I didn't put it here. I played the demo for Sonic Cross Worlds Racing. I didn't get the full game, but I played the demo, and it's like... It's not really doing anything that other kart racers aren't doing, but, like, it's still nice, and I'm glad that it's doing so well.
There's some love and effort put into that game.
There very much is, especially, like, with the DLC stuff and, like, the third-party characters. Like, I expected them to be kind of cheap, and they're actually kind of like, wait, this is some pretty good fan service. Like... But yeah. And then wrapping up the list, I was once again Guano, my benefactor, my drug dealer,
your supplier,
for video games. my Sony supplier. We played the Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy like multiplayer. And that like really took me back because I went all in on like the Uncharted 3 multiplayer and really loved that. And so like going back into it, I was like, oh, I missed this. This was nice. But also I was like not used to the gameplay, like the changes they made from 3 to 4, but yeah, so because like I never actually played Uncharted 4, I just watched a playthrough.
Yeah,
but actually, like getting to try out the multiplayer and stuff, it's like, oh, this is neat. This reminds me of days long gone, and I know I need to play Uncharted 2 because that's like the fan favorite in the series. But one day, multiplayer was nice though.
Neat.
And then the very final thing on my list for the year is something that made the top 5, just barely. So, managed to squeeze in one last game before the end of the year.
Rushed in and just punched the list.
Yeah, basically. Like I said, otherwise it would have been the Sonic Unleashed recompilation. But, yeah, a little...
This mystery game just ran in and punched Sonic rings everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I didn't see it coming. It is something that I've wanted to play for a while, but it just managed to happen before the end of the year, before we recorded this.
Yep.
Okay. Well, man, did I talk your ear off?
Yeah.
We'll
see if I can match this.
Tradin Faves drinking game. Anytime we try to go quickly, but then do not go quickly, take a shot.
We're not going to make it. Let's speed up. slows down.
We're not gonna make it. Let's speed up. Plays as Big the Cat. Anyway, the floor is yours now. Tell me,
boy.
I'm so curious to know how your year of
My
gaming
year
went,
of gaming. Yeah. So there were a couple of factors that affected my ability to play games this year. Because in addition to just being just unbelievably busy with work and like just events going on, we also started a new D&D game that I'm running.
Yeah.
Started running Curse of Strahd, and so most of my free time has gone into prepping that. And so
move away from the virtual, enjoy the physical.
That's what I am. Also, in addition, just kind of like a side thing, but just gaming in general has gotten kind of unsustainable for me.
Yeah.
Just like with the increase in pricing on like games and stuff. Like I went from like I'm going to get Nintendo's new console and all these cool new games to like I'm just going to turn back to my old library that I have forever. And so like
definitely
because of that, I kind of just went back to like games I already had that I hadn't played, and also my son, who again continues to grow and develop as a gamer, we played a lot. Like most of what I played this year, I played with him.
Right, yeah.
Like I would say 90% of my gaming this year I played with my son. Because that's kind of all I really had time for, is like I'd come home, you know, I'd have like an hour or two to hang out with him before he'd go to bed, and we'd just play a game together. And so because of that, like, there's very little on my list that is new. And then specifically the way that I've organized this, I have what I call the one and dones. I played this like once and then put it down, and I was like, nah, I don't need to come back to this. And a lot of these were with my son. But yeah, so starting with these, the first thing on my list, thank you, Joseph, I did play Cookie Clicker this year. for our April Fool's Tradin Hates joke episode, I did experience Cookie Clicker, and yeah, that was a thing that happened. I have not gone back. I'm sorry to all those who were hoping it would hook me. It did not.
I have to say, in regards to this, I'm glad we did it though, because like you mentioned that one like video essay on it, and that was a great watch. Like that was that was a good video. So
yeah, I think I sent you that one meme where it's like, so I was joking about, it's one of those like rage bait ads. Of like, you know, oh, this game is impossible, and then it's Cookie Clicker and he's clicking anywhere but the cookie.
Right.
I don't know, that cracks me up. But yeah, so that happened. I knew I'd have to acknowledge its existence this time because that happened.
The good news is you don't anymore.
Nope, yep, it's gone forever.
One and done.
Yep, it's on the one and done list. Another thing on my one and done list this year, I briefly played some Super Mario World. So here was the thing too, was like, I remember it was like late on a Saturday, or it was like a Friday night, and I was like between games at the time, and I was like, I don't feel like playing anything on my list currently. I just want something stupid that like I can turn on. I already kind of know the game, and I can just kind of mindlessly play it. And so, like, I mindlessly played that for a night while my wife watched. I think because I was stuck on a boss in like the other game I was playing, and so I was like, yeah, I'll just play this for a little bit, and then I went to bed and I was done with it.
Yeah.
Another thing that I did with my son in my quest to educate him on all things gaming, I booted up Star Fox 64.
Ooh.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not very good at it.
I
the
understand that.
The pilot skills went to you. You were the one who played it most when we were growing up, and I just kind of watched.
Here's the thing. Being bad at the game is part of the experience.
Yes.
You really have to, like, learn it. It is...
It's also... Because I played Switch Online.
Yeah.
So already, like, the controller's not accurate to, like, what's on screen.
Yeah.
And then the controls are inverted. And that kept throwing me off. And then, like, my son was just super not interested in it. Because I was bad at it.
Well, there's that, but also just, like, it's... I think it's meant for older audiences, because you have to be able to follow, like, what the characters are saying on the comms and stuff,
and like he tried to play
and then also, yeah, you have to play good.
Yeah, well, because he was watching me do it, but like I was bad, and then like he wanted to try it, and then he kept crashing and dying and just being like, I don't want to play this. So I was like, okay, we'll come back when he's older. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Because I love that game,
I get that.
but it did not hold his attention. We also, my son and I briefly played Mario Tennis on the N64.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot how good that game was.
Luigi's not afraid.
Luigi's not afraid. Yeah, it's just I don't know, Mario 64, like the Mario Tennis on Nintendo 64 is that one, and Mario Power Tennis are like the Mario Tennis titles that I love. I need to play like the Game Boy ones, because I know those ones everyone says are really good.
My favorite thing about those early Mario Tennis games is the, like... Oh, I forget the name of the person. It's the composer that does the Golden Sun soundtracks.
Yeah!
And so, like, you're just listening to JRPG music while you play tennis.
Yep.
It's awesome.
It's just good. Another one and
good
done.
games, yeah.
Pokemon Stadium 2, I played the minigame corner with my son, and he loved like, even after I stopped playing, like, for a couple of days, that's what he wanted to play. He loved the minigames, which was a lot of fun. You know, so super fun time with him. And the last on my one and dones, this is an interesting one. I booted up my old file of Tomodachi Life.
That's right.
Yes, because my wife wanted to play it, and so I was like, okay, let me finish up whatever I was doing on my island, make sure I've saved everything. The big thing is that I wanted to salvage a bunch of the musicals that I did.
Right.
And so I recorded them with my phone's camera, intending to upload them. And then that phone kicked the bucket. And I had to like back up all my stuff onto like my Google Drive or something, and then I couldn't access it from my new phone because it's stupid. And so it took a long time, and then I finally like figured it out. And so like just this last week, I uploaded a bunch of those videos of just like, hey, these are some of the fun musicals that they made me giggle and smile, and I just wanted to keep them because they were fun. Yeah,
I'll put Did you put them in a playlist?
I did put them in a playlist.
Okay, I will put that playlist in the description. It's so rare that we have like something from your channel to promote or show off.
I know.
So
I never upload anything. It's so funny. It's been so long since I've uploaded. I didn't know how to like work in YouTube's like, here's how you upload a thing, and I was just like, okay,
yeah,
this is different. But yeah, those are there. I think like the first like one or two are like kind of the weaker ones, but then like the last ones with like you and Waluigi are like some of my favorite things that we've ever created. They're so much fun.
there's so much of like the jank in the text to speech that like leads to like accidentally very funny
Yup.
things that happen in those musicals.
The musicals were the best part of that game. It's funny too because then I did delete my island and gave it to my wife to play. And of course she's like, "Well, I have to keep the legacy of Waluigi alive." But then he didn't have a last name, so she named him Waluigi Papadopoulos.
Papadopoulos is pretty good.
My wife's ability to create goofy names just makes me smile.
My go-to will always be Scapelli.
Scapelli, yeah. I think I brought it up to her, but she's like, "Well, this is my island, and I think this is way funnier." And I'm like,
Papadopoulos. I do like Papadopoulos.
Oh, man. But yeah, so those were kind of like my one and dones. Like, I briefly played this, and I put it down, and I never touched it again.
Yeah.
Things that I played a little more consistently this year. Once again, I always mentioned it, Fire Emblem Heroes, but this was the year I stopped playing it. I have played that game every day since it released almost 10 years ago, and I finally stopped playing it for, like, 2 reasons. One is that something else came along and has been eating my time. So I kind of stopped playing. I stopped playing for that reason, but also because, like, the power creep just got to be so unfun. Like, especially as somebody who's just free to play, like, playing the game, I kind of just stopped enjoying it. Because, like, before, you know, you could build up a crap unit and, like, make them good. But now, like, if you aren't running, like, the current most broken stuff on your unit, like, it is impossible to play in any of the PvP modes. And, like, the story missions on the hardest difficulty are literally impossible.
Yeah.
And, like, even, like, the battle forecast just doesn't give you all the information. Like, it'll be like, "Oh, yeah, you're going to deal, like, 60 damage," and then they have an ability that just negates all damage that you deal to them. And so, like, it removed a bunch of the strategy, because I'm like, well, I can't even see it. All of the abilities are, like, literal novels at this point. And so I was like, all right, I think I'm finally done with Fire Emblem Heroes. I've put down the Fire Emblem gacha, which is sad because I liked the game.
Right.
It's nice in that
it's good fan service at least, if nothing else.
The problem too also is that there's so many characters that like I like that are not popular.
Right.
And so as a result, it's like, "Oh, hey, we've put Camilla in for the 12th time." But like, you know, hey, this one obscure unit from like this less popular game, yeah, they're still not like they haven't been put in the game at all. And so I'm like, I need to finally retire this game.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done the dark deed of uninstalling it on my phone, but like,
right.
I have not been keeping up with it, and I just kind of don't play it.
That's fair. Yeah, I think because I quit playing it a few months after it came out.
Yup.
And the funny thing is, it's like it wasn't as bad, like a lot of those issues when I was playing it, but like I could see that that's the direction that the game was headed.
Yeah.
And what it had to offer that early on was just like not enough.
There was a golden period where it got better, but like again, the problems just kept getting worse, and so I had to drop it.
It's power creep. It's the thing that happens when you keep a game.
Well, and the
that's
problem
like
is
it's based going.
It's power creep in a gacha game, so
yeah,
like it's predatory in nature, and I don't like that.
Yeah,
but yeah, so tragically, Fire Emblem has taken a backseat. Other things this year. I mentioned it last time, but my wife and I finally finished Tales of the Abyss.
Yeah.
Listen, I love that game.
It's
so good.
It's a classic.
It's so good. It did age quite a bit, but like, oh my goodness, I love it. I love it so much. Tales of is great.
Yeah, flaws notwithstanding, the cast of characters are just so charming that it's like hard to
Yeah.
it's hard to stay mad at it for the faults that it does have.
I mean, my wife and I had a great time playing it. It was and again, my wife has been recommending some really solid games to me. And so like it's a little intimidating because I'm like, well, here's one that I'm nostalgic for, but like it's not like groundbreaking legendary like Final Fantasy 9. You know. But yeah, so we finished that.
It felt pretty groundbreaking at the time of its release.
It did.
But...
I think part of the thing too is because we did play it on original hardware. And
oh yeah.
Oh boy, the age showed a little bit. But like
there does need to be a better port of that game with like quality of life touches.
I want a remake so bad, like just a modern remake.
And the 3DS doesn't count because it was meant to be played on a couch with 4 people.
Yeah, it does. It's Come on, Bandai Namco. Another thing. My son beat Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team.
Yeah.
It's funny. He put it down for a little while and then we picked it back up, and it was very interesting because he'd become more literate as a gamer when we picked it up, but he still wasn't like, he still can't read. And so I had to kind of like help him be like, okay, let me set your moves, your special moves to this button combo so that you can do them. And so then he did that. It was also, we learned how broken Bullet Seed is in that game.
Yeah.
Bullet Seed is like disgustingly broken.
I love that Mystery Dungeon took some of those like not good moves and then just let you like made them way more insane in the Mystery Dungeon format.
Yeah, but we had some fun playing that game, and he loved that game. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun. Another game that my son got to play that he adored was Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
He loves throwing pester balls at Pokemon and apples. He thinks it's the funniest thing. And like the wildest thing to me is he got insanely good at the river level. The bit where you have to like go bowling with the Squirtles and hit the Mankey. He got insanely good at that.
That's awesome.
And I'm just like, dang, man, how did he get so good at this game? Another thing that he and I played, we played Yoshi's Crafted World. Really? Like, that was just a solid game. It was one that like we bought a long time ago, and I'd been meaning to sit down and play it. And like, he's finally kind of gotten competent enough as a gamer that I was like, yeah, let's sit down and play this together. Admittedly, the game was much more difficult with him. Because like he would be like, no, I want to get the flower gem. And I'm like, okay, but like some of those required like quick reflexes to get that he did not have. And so like I missed a lot of flower gems, which meant I had to redo some levels. And then also, so like on the one hand, what's really cool is there's a cooperative aspect to it. You can have one person ride on a second player's back. And so like when a part was too difficult, he'd jump on my back and I'd carry him through it. The problem was, when doing that, I can't throw eggs, only he can throw eggs. So
they Mario Kart double dashed.
Yeah, it got very difficult, which was so funny because it's such a like stupidly easy game. But it was cute. It was adorable. My son loved it. We had a great time playing it. So,
That's
it's one of
fun.
those, ones like again, it's very interesting because like it's also, what was it? Feel Good. Made this one, and I mentioned how Princess Peach
Good
Showtime.
Feel?
Yeah, Good Feel. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And kind of like in that same vein where it's like people kind of complain about like this game is way too easy.
They're like, this game is for babies, and you're like, yes, it is, and it's great.
Yes, and it's fun, and also it does require a little more skill than you're saying it does.
Yeah.
If anything, it like the added challenge kind of made it a little like something more for me, and so I was like, yeah, I had a great time with this. Another thing that I played this year. So it's funny that you mentioned Mario 64 earlier. Because I played and beat Mario 64 for the first time.
Yeah.
How do I put this? I loved the first 2/3 of the game.
Yeah.
Like, the first 2/3 of the game were so much fun. The back end of the game was rough. And maybe
that's kind of how I feel too.
Maybe it's because I was playing the Switch Online version, I think, and I'm trying to be very generous because I know this is a landmark title that like revolutionized the industry when it came out. And when it came out, like, yeah, it's ludicrous that a game like this existed.
Yeah.
I think it would be better if it controlled better. Because, like, its controls really aged. And I know
that, like, the controls were made for the people who love speedrunning this game. Because there's so much you can do with Mario's movement abilities if you know how to use them. I'm just kind of in the camp that, like, I don't like how it controls.
Yeah.
And so, like... And like character movement is like the most important thing for me. Even if you can do a lot of cool tech and like crazy stunts and speedrunning tricks with it, if I don't enjoy how it feels, then it just kind of doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. And I'm trying to be very nice to Mario 64 because like
course,
I respect it for what it did well. There's some stuff that it did very well that I love, but there were some things that I beat it specifically so that I could put it down and never pick it up again. I was like getting very frustrated right at the very end. And the whole time I was like, I could be playing Sonic Adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. It is funny just while we're talking about Mario 64, like Guano and I were talking at one point. He was like, all these years ago, like I found this message from you like saying you hated Mario 64, and I'm like, I don't know if I feel that way now, but I probably did say that at one point. Like,
it's weird because, like, again, I don't want to diminish what it did well. Some of those,
of course,
the early levels were ludicrously fun, and like, I had a blast playing it. But like, once we ended up getting all of the fun stars, then we had to get to some of like the not fun stars to do. That I was like, and I like by the end, I was grateful that I didn't need to 100% the game.
Yeah,
because I was just like, I don't want to do this star. This one sucks. And like the coin star, dude, that was the thing too. Like having like
some of those coin missions are mean.
97 coins and then accidentally grabbing like a star that I'd already got. And just being like, I hate this. I genuinely hate this.
We continue to foreshadow this as an episode, but this is, again, why I'm excited for you to see Mario Odyssey, because you get so much of, like, the nostalgia and, like, catering to, like, people who grew up with Mario 64, but just, like, not as old and encrusted.
Well, and because I want to take a step back and be like, okay, I know like David the Sonic guy or whatever, and like, yes, given the choice between the two, I'm probably gonna pick Sonic because I'm me. However, I do want to highlight Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are like two of my favorite Mario games. I love those two games. They're so much fun. And it's just like Mario 64 just has some problems that are like not fun.
Yeah, I'm notoriously a Mario Sunshine enjoyer, so like Mario fans should not take my opinion seriously.
You said something at one point. You're like, Mario Sunshine is fun until you 100% it.
True, yes.
which
it is fun.
I will say I'm grateful that I didn't have to 100% Mario 64. We rolled credits, and my son, that's the other thing too, as soon as we roll credits on a game, my son's like, all right, that's the end, next game. And so I was like, yes.
Wait till he gets a little older and learns about post-game.
Oh, I know. Ooh, another thing. So this is the other thing too. So my son has become a Kirby addict.
Yes.
He loves Kirby.
Yes.
I 100%ed Kirby in the Forgotten Land with my son.
Woo!
It's funny, I'd been trying to do it for a while. We kind of just had like a couple of things to clean up, and then we beat the hardest arena together, and it was a wonderful time. And then, after that, my son, kept wanting to play, and I was like, why don't I just get you your own, like, file? And so I started his own file, and he's been playing it, and that kid has gotten insanely good at this game.
Yeah.
Like, for a 4-year-old, he knows this game so dang well. Obviously, there's some of the challenges that he can't do because he can't read. And, like, some of the Waddle Dee challenges are a little bit harder for him, and he'll need some help. But, like, he made it from the beginning of the game, beat the final boss, beat the post-game stuff, which was insane.
The post-game stuff is, like, the thing that's really impressive.
I know.
Me.
Well, and you were over a few nights ago.
I came over,
and you were watching
him. He was like, watch me do the arena, watch me do the boss rush. And, like, I was expecting him to, like, baby playing a Nintendo game, run up to the enemy, hit B, take a hit, and then just shrug through it and hit anyway, and win through attrition. But, like, he had learned the boss's patterns.
Yup.
Like, the last time I saw him playing, like, Sonic Adventure or whatever, he was, like, fumbling around and, like, struggling to get places, but still, like, trying his best. To then see, like, how much better he's gotten at playing games. And, like, with Kirby, he was, like, watching for the ways that the bosses would move so he could react and dodge accordingly. Like, he has progressed so much in such a short time, and that's amazing.
I think it's also a testament to just how well-designed Kirby is. Like, especially Kirby in the Forgotten Land. But that wasn't the only Kirby game that he has learned to master. Because also Kirby Star Allies is one of his favorite games that we played together. He loves Star Allies. Especially, like, because the thing that he loves to do is he'll go fight the final boss, but you can have, like, computer-controlled friends. And so he's like, I'm going to just shield and let my friends fight the boss for me. And I was like, you stinking genius.
Work smarter, not harder.
It's so funny.
That's adorable.
Yeah. We also busted out Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube.
That's right. Yeah.
Man, that was a fun time because we loved. One of his favorite things to do is just go into free run, like free city trial, just the city, the free run, and then just like find me and break my car. Like, that became his mission, and it was the funniest thing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh man, it was fun. We had so much fun with Kirby this year.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, being me, I had to ensure my son inherits my legacy. I had to introduce him to the Dreamcast era of Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
And so we played through Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Heroes together.
Yup.
And the thing too is, like, for me, Sonic Adventure 2 is my baby. I love this game and all of its flaws. However, I will say I have gained a newfound appreciation for Sonic Adventure and how unbelievably good it is for beginners in gaming. Because aside from Big the Cat story, that's like the one story that he's like, you do this part because I don't want to do this part. And even then, he loves running around the city as Big. He loves picking up the car with Big. He thinks it's the funniest thing. He plays all the characters and plays all the levels. Like, and I think the novelty of like having the city to run around in is super fun for him.
Mm-hmm.
And like finding where the levels are. And like, I noticed that like Sonic Adventure does not have nearly as many bottomless pits as Adventure 2 and Heroes are. It like does.
Yep.
There's definitely like a higher ceiling of execution on those two games. So I've gained a lot of love for Sonic Adventure in just being a game that my son loves to play. Like, I will come home from work and I will open my GameCube and see Sonic Adventure was in there, and I know that that means he specifically requested to play that game, and it just makes me smile. That he's having a good time.
No, I agree. Like, even if Sonic Adventure 2 is like a personal favorite for me, I do think the first Sonic Adventure is like one of the best Sonic games ever made.
Yeah. I agree. Another game that we played, so there's a funny story behind this, was around Halloween, we played through all of Luigi's Mansion.
Yes, that's another one of my top faves.
Yes, it's so I'm because again the GameCube is out now and hooked up, and so I'm like, well, I gotta show you all the fun GameCube games. What's interesting is what prompted this is that my son happened to find a flashlight just in like my nightstand.
Oh,
and I guess like one night, because like, you know, it's winter, so it gets dark early. And so like turned off all the lights in the house and was just having fun walking around with a flashlight in the dark. He thought it was the coolest thing. And I was like, oh, I know the perfect game then for you. And so I showed him Luigi's Mansion, and he fell in love with the game. He thought it was so cool. He wanted me to play it because he's like, I just want to watch. But then so like what would happen is we'd get to a room and I would clear out the ghosts. And he's like, okay, I want to go open the treasure chests and get the keys. And so then he would take the controller from me and go open the treasure chests and get the keys. And then I would catch the ghosts. And he loved the game. He thought it was so much fun.
That's adorable.
Yep.
I love that.
And then the last thing that we've currently started playing, because I was like, all right, what are some good games that I want to show my son on the GameCube while we've got it out? And I laid out a couple of them, and he picked Bomberman Generation.
Yes.
And he's having fun.
He likes Kirby, he likes Sonic, he likes Bomberman. That's
listen,
my boy.
I'm raising my boy right.
It's perfect.
Yeah, Bomberman Generation, it's wild. I haven't touched this game in like eons. And it's amazing how much of this game I remember and how much I've forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
But Bomberman Generation is such a fun game. I love it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
That
just
one's definitely like top 5, possibly top 3 Bomberman games of all time.
Yes, absolutely. And like, it's funny because like my wife, who has never experienced this game, is also watching us play this, and like I love how she comments on the voice acting, and she's like, "It's not bad." She's like, "It's like a Saturday morning cartoon," and I'm like, "Yes, it is."
It's extremely hammy.
And so it's fun. Like my son, what's funny though is like, so I will be moving Bomberman around, and then he will stand up and act out the actions that are happening on screen. So like, I lift a bomb up and make it big, and he puts his hand in the air, and then I throw it, and he pretends to throw it. I bounce on a bomb. He jumps out of his chair, and I'm like, "Hey, don't break anything."
I have to ask, have you tried the in the multiplayer, the bomb dodge minigame?
That was one of the first things we did when we booted up the game.
That's good, because I was obsessed with that as a kid.
His favorite thing is there's the mode where you're in the revenge cart throwing bombs and like killing enemies to get points. He loves that mode. He thinks it's fun. And the best part is that we can set it up to be a team against the computers, and so we play together.
Right. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he likes it a lot. It's a lot of fun. But that's everything aside from my top 5 that I played this year. Amazing.
I will say, as we start to move into like talking about top 5s, I did forget that there is technically one other thing that's an ongoing thing, and that is, as you may know, we teased last time, we're in the middle of playing The Shining Force. And so I will spare you the juicy details until the episode fully comes out, but that one also makes honorable mention status.
Yay!
I didn't want to like just willy-nilly place it in the top 5 or anything, because I want to see how it keeps going. We're only partway through it. And,
we're about the halfway point.
Yeah, I'm hoping it sticks the landing, but I have been enjoying it so far, and I think like this is another one that like I toyed around with like the idea of putting it in that 5th place slot. But like again, I just want to see where it goes first before I definitively say anything. But it is top 5 worthy from what I've played so far.
Oh, that makes me happy.
But that said, we don't have time to talk about any more honorable mentions. We got to get to our lists.
Yes, the big boys,
the biggest of boys. So how do you want to do this? Like me number 5, you number 5. And then me 4.
Yeah, we can do that.
That's how we did it last time.
I think so.
Okay. Brace yourselves for this one. This surprise hit that got me just last week. I played this for... No, not even last week. I think it was this week. I played this for the first time, and it immediately, like, knocked other stuff out of 5th place. Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh my goodness.
It's good. It's samurai stuff.
Good.
So this as I don't know if I've talked about it on the show this much, but like a notable story about me from like my first interactions with this. Without even knowing what the game was, the first time that I saw the trailer, like the reveal trailer at E3, I went from like, oh, what is this like hyper realistic like samurai thing? And then by the end of the trailer, I actually cried.
That's right. Wait, I remember this story.
Yeah, I had no idea what was going on, but it just gripped me. Like the plot was like thrilling, and the cinematography and the soundtrack and everything. I was just like, I need to play this. And then, like, I didn't even realize it at the moment, but it was like, oh, this is Sucker Punch. I love Sucker
Oh,
Punch. Like, their stuff is so good. Like, Sly Cooper and Infamous and all that. And I believe there are, like, little references to those games, like, hidden in remote corners, but they mostly try and play it very seriously. It's a very serious game in its tone. But like, man, the soundtrack does things to me. Like, it's so powerful. And it's based off a lot of those like classic and very iconic samurai movies.
mm-hmm.
And so like you'll just get those like scenes where the music swells and he's like slowly unsheathing the katana, and like you hear the ring of the blade as the orchestra gets more intense, and it's just like,
The good stuff.
oh, this game is just like a manufacturer of chills. And just in general, it's got this like motif of like the wind like guiding you to your destiny. And literally the way that they handle it, it's like, you know, open world, and so there's a lot of directions you can go. But you like when you want to get to the main plot stuff, you follow the direction of the wind. And it takes you like, where you're headed.
Wait, that's
like,
cool.
It's so cinematic and it's so cool. And there's like the point when you're like the tutorial is over, and then it does like the opening credits while you're just riding on a horse through a field of flowers with the most insane like orchestral music. It's like, this game's nuts. Like, it's so cool. So, like, I played very little of this. Like, it was basically just the tutorial and then, like, making my way to the next area to, like, do something. And it's already, like, number 5.
Wow. Future contender for Game of the Year next year.
It's possible. I've noticed that I've had a trend of doing that, where something is, like, either an honorable mention or low ranking.
In the 11th hour.
And then like I properly play through the game, and then it's like, oh yeah, this is Game of the Year. The only thing that I'm still kind of beefing with it about is just the fact that it is open world, and like I'm a bit exhausted from open world games. Mm-hmm. Like, they're too big, and I feel like, especially with this game, it's one that I want to give my full attention and not like listen to podcasts while I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's so much content that it's hard to be like in the mood to want it. But then like when I do, it's a really cool game. So
neat.
I'll have to see where this goes.
All right. I will be eagerly awaiting what you have to say about it next year.
Hopefully I finish it by next year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Because I did also have very similar things to say about Final Fantasy VII Remake, and then I never finished it.
That's right. I forgot about that, yeah.
Anyway, your number 5, sir.
All right, my number 5. I played Phantasy Star 4. It's part of the Switch Online, the Genesis package. They had it there, and
yeah,
it's funny because like I've heard the name Phantasy Star so much. It's like in Sonic Adventure 2 when you fight the first boss in the hero story. It's like an ad for it, like Phantasy Star Online, and so like I've been like, I need to know what this is about, and so I just saw that it was there, and I was like, yeah, I'll just jump in. It's a really fun JRPG. Like, you know, it's got some of the old crust and jank to it, but like, I'm enjoying it. It's cool because you have a party of 5, which I don't know, like, many games from back then that did that. And I'm like, this is so many characters. And then, like, what's cool, though, is that you can combo spells and abilities. Like, it's kind of frustrating because, like, I wish I had an instruction manual to explain it to me, or I spoke Japanese, because, like, all of the spell names are, like, basically, like, words that then you can put the names of other spells to and mash them together. And so if your characters go in the same turn, like next to each other in the turn order, they combine their abilities into like a bigger ability.
Oh.
And it's really cool. The only reason that I had to put this as low as I did is I haven't finished it.
Right.
There was
hey, Ghost of Tsushima with me. Like, this is good company.
There was a plot thing that happened that made me kind of mad. A character that I liked died, and I kind of set the game down after that. And then other things came out that I was like, I want to play these.
Right.
I am fully intending to pick this up and finish it because this was just a cool game.
Yeah.
As well as like, it's that very interesting era. Like, again, it's like, I guess there was the premise is that there was an ancient civilization that had crazy advanced technology that then wiped themselves out and society kind of reset.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're like digging up that old technology. So it's like a swords and sorcery kind of vibe, but with like spaceships and laser guns and stuff. Like,
oh, that's cool.
It's really cool.
It's that feels like something that's not like touched upon enough in storytelling, because there's always like the ancient yet highly advanced civilizations, but like their tech is just like nowhere to be found. And so it's like, were they really that advanced? Like, this, you actually get to see that. So that's
no. Like literally the current civilization has dug it up and has been using it and stuff. And it's so cool. It's a fun little JRPG.
That I might have to check this out then, because as I don't know how much of this I've said on the show versus how much we're just talking, but like archaeology and also paleontology are like both starting to like appeal to me more as I get older. And so like that kind of sounds like a plot that might scratch that itch a little.
Yeah, I mean, it's a JRPG. Like,
right.
It is just, it's grindy. But like, there's just cool stuff in here that you can do. There's the mechanic of like, you have two hands, and so you can equip two things. You can either equip a shield and a sword and have higher defense, or you can equip two weapons and then get double the attack but lower defense.
Yeah.
And you can do that for every party member.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's cool. I like it. It's been a fun time. And like I said, it's only at number 5 because I haven't finished it. And so I'm like, I can't definitively like rank it above anything else because I'm like, I don't know what else happens.
Right.
I don't know if it's got a stupid final dungeon or something. But.
Right. You can feel that it's good, but you're not sure how good until you see it all the way through. Me with Shining Force.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still good enough to like make my top 5. Like looking at everything I played, I was like, no, I had a lot of fun with this. I want this here.
Mm-hmm. All right, on to number 4.
Yes.
Okay. So for mine, this is a very fascinating one. Sleeper hit that I was not ready for. My number 4 game is Rogue Legacy. This was a fascinating experience too, because the way that I played this and ended up beating it for the first time was through an archipelago randomizer. Kind of like I said with Link's Awakening. Like, I'd never beaten the game before, and then my first time doing it was through archipelago. But like Rogue Legacy is already it's in the title. It's a roguelike. And so like it's already very random. It's just the fact that instead of playing through the game myself to get upgrades, I'm now like counting on my friends to send me upgrades, and also like getting stuff by playing myself. But the randomizer didn't change too much about it, so I feel like I basically got the normal experience with the game. But just to ask, like, how familiar are you with the game?
Not very.
It's like as you know, it's like a 2D platformer, like pixel art type of thing. The way that it works with the roguelike, so there's this like big mysterious dungeon with like shifting walls and whatever. It's roguelike setup. And you go in, you adventure as far as you can, and you fight monsters, and you collect loot, and you grab all this stuff. And then the game's pretty difficult, so naturally you're probably going to die on your first go through. And when you die, that character that you're playing as is like dead for good. Like they're gone. And then you play as their next descendant, like their child.
I think I've seen this game.
Yeah, or if they have multiple children, then you choose which of them you're going to play as. And so as you keep progressing through the dungeon, getting as far as you can and then dying, it leaves like a record of like your lineage of like how many adventurers took on this dungeon and this family bloodline.
Wait, yeah, now that you say that, I'm like piecing it. I was like, wait, I think I've seen this game.
Yeah. It's got a very addicting loop. It's got good humor and just like a really charming aesthetic to it. The soundtrack is like really like it's kind of like zone out, like repetitive music, but it's good for like getting you in a headspace to just play for hours at a time and keep like trying to get a better and better run. But it's like just the lineage thing alone is like what makes it so cool, and that's why it's called Rogue Legacy, because it's about this family legacy you're building.
That's so cool.
And there's so many like silly aspects about it too, like because with your bloodline stuff that gets passed on, like not all of it's positive. Like there'll be like little quirks about your character, so if you're deciding like which of the descendants to choose from, like sometimes you'll have things like, oh, like this character is colorblind, and so then you have to play the game in black and white. Or it'll be like, oh, this character has dwarfism, so like your sprite hitbox is smaller, but also you can't like jump as high.
That's interesting.
And so like there's all, you like look at like what you're going to be playing as for your next run and all these little traits, and you try and like save up enough money to like buy good upgrades to make it through and stuff. And it's just a goofy little game, and this was what kicked off like the year of roguelike for me.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a good one. I had a fun time with this, and like even outside of like doing the archipelago randomizer, I'm like, I'll probably come back to this sometime soon just to play through again.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
All right, that's enough for me. What's your number 4?
All right, so my number 4 was also kind of a sleeper hit that I wasn't ready for. This is another one that I played with my son. And it was I believe it was a Christmas gift. It was either last year or the year, I think it was the year before that. I just had never gotten around to actually sitting down and playing it. But it was Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
Oh, yeah.
That
was one that I never got to play, but I remember seeing videos of it, and it was cool.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because this is also the alternate timeline Olympics where the pandemic didn't happen.
Right.
and what's wild about this is the fact that this was the last game in the series, because then the Olympics, I guess, decided to end their contract with Sega and make NFTs.
Right.
And I'm sure that's going wonderfully for them.
Yeah. Great move, everybody.
Real intelligent move. Everyone's bummed about that. But as far as like this being the last one in this series, this game had no right to go this hard.
Yeah.
Like, I was in awe because like I was sitting here going, all right, I need something simple to play with my son, and I thought he'd get like super invested in the motion control aspect of it, and then I found that he mostly wanted to play with controller. But like, I don't know, like it's just short, simple, fun little Olympic games. It's nothing new, but the thing is, there's a freaking story mode with like tons of just fun little mini games in there. Like there is one where literally like, oh, Eggman's in a speeding truck, and so like you play as Sonic and just chase after him. And I'm like, wait, this is stupid fun. And like what's really cool about this one is cuz in 2020 and then it got pushed back a year. The Olympics were supposed to happen in Tokyo, which this is the second time that the Olympics had happened in Tokyo. They originally happened in 1964, as the 1964 Tokyo Summer Olympics. And so they embraced this idea by having, basically the story mode has like a plot of like, Mario, Sonic, Bowser, and Eggman getting sucked into this game that replicates the 1964 Tokyo Summer Olympics.
Oh, that's great.
And so, like, then you jump between playing as Mario and Sonic and Tails and Luigi. With, like, Mario and Sonic, they're all, like, the 8-bit, 16-bit versions. And so they're, like, all of the Olympic events are, like, simple pixel games. And then for Tails and Luigi, it's the 2020 Olympics, so it's all of the modern 3D games, and it's all of like the new events that were coming to the Olympics, like rock climbing and skateboarding and stuff.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and then like there's like a world map of like Tokyo that like they recreated iconic places in Japan to go and encounter all the events at. I was just like, it was a fun time, and I was like, this game went so needlessly hard for like a cheap like party game.
Yeah, that was the Rio Olympics before that. Like, I loved the heck out of that.
Oh,
one.
Dude, playing rugby in that one was like and guess what? It came back in this one.
They brought back the rugby.
And they added soccer.
It
was
all right. We need to plan a day for me to come
get
over
together and play this
because that sounds awesome.
Yeah, genuinely a fun time. Like, I like this. Like, some of the events are like stupidly short, and it's just like, okay, did we really need to like
right?
The 100-meter dash as Sonic is like over in an instant.
Can't all be winners. Yeah.
But like there's tiers of difficulty for them, and like I just had a good time with this one, and my son had a blast playing it. He had certain events crazy that he liked. He loved doing the relay with me. That was the 4-man relays were really fun.
This is kind of surprising to me because, like, so far with your 2 games you've picked so far, like, I didn't hear you talk about these much, like, when you were actually playing them.
I was trying to keep my top 5, like, pretty quiet. And that's the other thing, too, is, like, we'll get into it in a minute, like, when we get to my next games. But I will let you have the floor, sir.
Okay. From this point forward, like, everything that I've got to talk about should be, like, at least somewhat expected with, like, what I've been up to. But, number 3, I've got to give it to Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah.
It's this game is what remasters should be. It's the
Yep.
like the graphics facelift and making the game super beautiful, but then just like everything that was already good about the original is just untouched. They didn't mess with anything. They just let it stay good.
Yep. They left it as good as it was.
Yep. It's for those that are kind of new to the show, pretty recently we did an episode talking about Metroid Prime Remastered. So if you want to hear us like really gush and really go in depth about why it's an amazing game, you can go check that out.
Yep.
But it's I love Metroid.
I know.
It's so good.
I know. Oh, man.
I'm also very excited to get to the other Prime games with you, but like
we'll get there.
One day.
Someday, one day.
But thankfully, because we have a full episode discussion about it, I don't have to say much here. So we can pass the buck to you. What's number 3?
It's so funny how you are paralleling everything on my list, because mine is also something that I can't talk a lot about. But before I get to that, I don't have a number 3. For the reason being, the next 3 games on my list are all my number 1.
Oh.
And like, here's the thing. Because genuinely, I sat there and I puzzled over this on like trying to like objectively put them anywhere on this list, and I couldn't, because all 3 of these games were incredible and like defined this year of gaming for me. But also there were things I didn't like about them that I had to dock points on them. And so like there was no clear-cut winner.
Yeah.
And it was so just like I can't put one above the other because I loved all of these. And so it's funny that you mentioned number 3. You're like, well, there's a whole podcast episode. So I don't need to talk about it, because my first number 1 was Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to save what I have to say about it for a future episode.
Yeah, that is... We both talked about it, and we want to do an episode.
We want to do an episode about this. And, like, the thing is, for me, this one should have very clearly been my game of the year.
You're right.
Like, I loved it. Until I got to the Chapter 3 secret boss, and it kicked my teeth in. That was absolutely brutal. And like I spent months trying to beat this boss and unable to progress to Chapter 4 because I wanted to beat this boss first. And the problem was, so I played through the chapter, loved Chapter 3, and then realized I didn't do what I needed to do to fight the secret boss. And so I had to restart Chapter 3. And I did something incredibly stupid. I accidentally loaded the wrong completion file. And I loaded the one that I didn't have the best equipment from beating the previous secret bosses. So I had to do this fight without the best equipment. I did not have the Deal Maker, and I did not have the Devil's Tail.
Yup.
And oh my goodness, this fight was so difficult. And the problem too is that I did not have a lot of free time to sit there and grind it out. Because I could see myself improving, but I just didn't have the time to do it. This is when I briefly played Super Mario World. This is what I was stuck on. But I did manage to beat it, and I feel vindicated for doing it when it was that difficult. And then I went into Chapter 4, and Chapter 4 was just solid. And so yeah, that was, and like I would say that like this would have been my number one undefeated best game of the year if it weren't for that secret boss and how
If
much
it
it
weren't for
like
that one thing.
like that's a testament to how hard that fight was, because like everything else about it I loved.
It was traumatic. I remember like telling you like a few days after I'd beaten that boss, I was like, I've got the song stuck in my head. Like I'm still thinking about it.
It still haunts my nightmares, and I finished that months ago.
Mm-hmm. It's not for the faint of heart.
Nope.
But I do look forward to getting a proper discussion in about the characters and stuff.
We will discuss more in the future, because oh my goodness, I love Chapter 4 so much. But yeah, I will leave it at that. This is like the least I have to say about a number one on my list, is because we're gonna talk about it later, and I want to save it for that. But I love this. It's also the fact that like Toby Fox put a price tag on the game finally. I think it was long overdue.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that there's this much content, we're only like halfway done with the game, is crazy. And the rest of the updates are going to be free.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was like $24, which is insane.
Mm-hmm. Plus it over this like holiday season, it's gone on sale too.
Yeah.
So like if you haven't bought it, it's even cheaper now.
I'd recommend it. Deltarune, I love Deltarune so much.
It's good. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Just to keep the back and forth thing.
Yes.
I did actually just rank these from a 5 to 1. But like when I tell you how close I was to making this my game of the year. It's funny, you'll hear me talk about this as well in the video with Snowfy and Guano talking about our top 5s, but that morning before recording that, this was my game of the year. And then like split second felt the need to move this down to 2. Because of how much I loved the other game. But I may just have to do what you're doing and say these are both like number 1 game of the year. Mm-hmm. But what I have here for number 2 is Hades. Which like if we did an episode on this, and if you heard me talk about it, it's pretty big that it's only number 2.
I was expecting Hades to be somewhere in this top 5.
Of course. How could it not? I loved Hades. I churned this game for as much gameplay as I could possibly get out of it.
Yep.
I played the heck out of this game. It's like just the gritty art style and like the really charming characters, the witty dialogue, the fact that it's like so revolutionary and like having a like naturally progressing story while still being a roguelike. Just like, man, it's great.
Yep.
Like I very much recommend like listening into our discussion. That one was fun because we had a guest as well. And just like really great discussion. It took us a while to get the episode out, but like everybody and then some made artwork for that episode. So like visually it's a lot of fun. A lot of this year was like a labor of love for Hades and how great of a game it was. And so I will cherish this game very dearly.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, that makes complete sense. It's wild too, because like we finished the game And then I bought it for my wife for her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched her go through it like a second time, and I still got as much enjoyment out of it. I'm just like, this game freaking rules, dude.
This game is so good, I think I'll play it a second time.
That's essentially what we did.
Literally, like, before we recorded the episode, like, I didn't want to, like, you know, play more and, like, change my opinions of stuff, so I just, like, started a new file. And then, like, replayed more just so I could keep playing it without, like, progressing in the story.
That's how you know a game is good.
Like, not even finished with the current playthrough. I'm starting a new one. Like,
that's wild.
It's a big deal. I like this game a lot. I also didn't say it, but, like, goes without saying, soundtrack. Phenomenal soundtrack. Yes. The vibes are immaculate. Okay, hit me with your number 2, number 1.
Oh, man. So, you may have noticed that I've talked a lot about playing games with my son, and I only mentioned one game that I played with my wife. That's because the next one that I have is Baldur's Gate 3.
Da, 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 da.
Listen, man, that's the thing. Like, I think we finished Tales of the Abyss, I think, in, like, February or March.
That sounds right, yeah.
And we have spent the rest of the year just playing Baldur's Gate 3 together. And oh my goodness, was this game incredible. Like, Larian did a phenomenal job with this game. So I'm so glad my wife recommended it to me. Because the other thing, too, about her playing this is, like, when Baldur's Gate 3 was, you know, doing numbers and making a name for itself, my wife is like, oh, I grew up on, like, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Like, I'm familiar with this franchise. Like, they made a third one, like, all this time afterwards. And so before we even started playing, my wife made a PowerPoint presentation breaking down just, like, the story of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 so that I could understand some of the cool stuff that Larian put in here that they'd reference.
Oh, that's so much fun.
It was unbelievably fun. I will say I docked some points off of this one. Once again, it was not a perfect game. For starters, I had a rough start with this game. Specifically because of how everyone who liked this game described it to me versus, like, what the actual game was. Because everyone that I talked to compared it to, like, actually playing D&D. And that frustrated me because I felt so limited in what I could do.
Right. It's not quite the same. That's kind of the reason that it didn't stick with me so much, is that I'm like, well, I just want to play, like, actual tabletop when I play this. But you do kind of have to let go of that in order to enjoy the game.
Well, because, like, I always felt limited in my choices, and like my wife I could point to it so many times where I was like, "Come on, DM, let me make an insight check." Like, come on, like I don't understand what this guy's angle is. Like, let me insight this. That seems suspicious. Or, like, so one of the things was I romanced Lae'zel in my playthrough. And, like, if you know Lae'zel's romance route, it's that she wants to sleep with you, like, at the start of it. And I'm like, you know, and, like, the thing was like, I like Lae'zel a lot. I adore her as a character. She's amazing. But at the time, I was like, I don't know anything about your character right now, aside from, like, the surface level observations that I've made. And so I'm like, I don't want to, like, if I were at a D&D table, I would have tried to be like, maybe not right now, but, like, let's talk about this. Let's you know. But like in that moment, it's like, well, if you tell her no, that just ends her romance route, and then you just don't get to. And I was like, that's stupid.
It is.
You know,
it's frustrating. Yeah,
it was very frustrating to me, and so I was like, all right, fine, I'll go along with this. This is stupid because I don't know this character, and so like this isn't gonna mean as much to me versus like when I actually know the character. You know, and then not only that, but the last stretch of the game, my wife encountered a horrible bug.
Oh no.
Because I guess there was an update that affected something with our multiplayer. Basically, my wife's tab and mine, it somehow flipped who it thought was in charge of the character.
Oh, yeah, that happened to us too. It's so frustrating.
And so, like, I would give my wife her character to play as, and then I couldn't access the adventuring chest. And thankfully, we were in the home stretch. We had just like a handful of fights and dungeons left to do. But it was like annoying because then I had to like, any loot that I would pick up, I would have to pick up, send it to her, and then she would send it to camp. And then if I needed something out of the camp chest, she would have to go and get it for me. And it was awful. But at that point, we're at the end game. There's not that much we'll need. So it's fine. But it was frustrating. There were like a couple of bugs, like right in the very last cutscene. I think I went to go talk to Will, and I guess it just thought that I was Lae'zel because he was talking to me like I was Lae'zel, but it was me.
Yeah.
You know, and so like those docked points for me.
Yeah.
But in spite of all that, I loved this playthrough. And part of it too was like when I was going into this, I knew that I wanted to do something really special. This is a bit of a side tangent. So, I used to be in a D&D game. I played a Dragonborn bard. Her name was Melody Brightscale, and I loved her. She was so much fun to play as. I adored this character. And then, for reasons that I won't get into, I had to end up just abandoning that game, and I ended up leaving that friend group. And it sucked because I loved this character, and to leave her story like unfinished, and the way that it was left unfinished was super upsetting. And so what I ended up doing just in my own time was I kind of wrote an ending for her. And it's cool because I paired her up with another D&D character that I had played in a one-shot that never got finished. I ended up having them get together, and it was super cute. And so going into this game, I was like, I want to play her son. And so I played Rhyme Brightscale was my Tav. And playing him, like I had a specific way that I was playing him. In that I was trying to just be like, you know, the goodest boy, essentially. Like I just wanted to be a hero who helped everyone he could. And if you know anything about the end of Act 2 and the beginning of Act 3, the psychological damage that dealt to me playing this character this way was so emotionally intensive. I'm going to I don't know, you can either cut this or, because like I want to tell you about this, but I don't want to put a spoiler in the episode. But essentially, it's the whole thing with Ketheric Thorm.
Skip here to avoid spoilers.
And the fact that they give you so many opportunities to try and save him. Because, like, the running joke with my character is, I'm really good at talking. Like, I had a plus 17 to my persuasion. And I kept trying to persuade him to be like, it is not too late to change. You can change. Like, I'm extending every possible opportunity to you. Please, please stop doing this. Mm-hmm. And the fact is, every time you do that, something interrupts you. And it ultimately results in you, like, you know, you fight him, you kill him. And I was, like, racked with the grief of, like, I couldn't save this man. Because, like, you could see it in his face that he regrets his actions. And I'm like, there's a good man still in there. I can reach him. And then I couldn't. And then Dame Aylin comes in and crushes his head under her boot, which is very much deserved. Mm-hmm. But it was like an extra bit of pain that just, like, I was like, oh, and I was just thinking about my character who has done the most good that he could. And then going into, like, chapter 3 and just the Emperor and all of the stuff with him and, like, how he was lying and manipulating. And I was just like, oh my goodness, my poor Tav, who, like, trusted this person and got so horribly hurt. And then ultimately, though, I ended up having a conversation with the character of Minthara, who is a completely optional party member that is an antagonist. And you have, unless you know to spare her, there is no reason to spare her. And she comes up and she talks to you about, like, why did you save my life? Should have been nothing that should have led you to believe that you should save me. And it just, like, was such a cool experience playing my character this way and just trying to do the most good. And it didn't always work out, but he kind of ultimately left with, like, even if it doesn't work out, I'm still going to try. Because the regret of not having tried would destroy me more. And it was just, like, it was like this cool little character arc that was so unique to my playthrough. And, like, the backstory that I came up with for him. And just, like, it, like, would not leave my head. And just, like, the characters in this game were so incredibly well written. Like, I adored them. And also, like, it's that combined with the fact of, like, playing with my wife. 'Cause, like, I don't know how it was for you, 'cause you had a party of 4.
Yeah, we couldn't interact with the NPCs as much, and there was a lot of instances of having to have, I mean, I guess not a lot of instances, but, like, when we had to have a party member, like, in the party in order to progress their quest, we'd have to, like, boot somebody else out, and then they'd wait their turn while we get the character progressed and then put them back in.
Yeah, and so...
And it's not the same. And also, like, none of them, like, really reached me as, like, oh, I want to romance this character, I want to, like, be friends with them and get a friends ending or whatever. Like, none of them felt like the kind of characters that I necessarily wanted to. I'm sure that, like, if I looked into the characters more and, like, learned all their backstories and stuff, then it would appeal to me more. But it was, I don't know, it's, I kind of stand by my original stance that, like, Baldur's Gate 3 is an incredibly designed game, and I will always give it props for that, but it's just, like, not completely for me.
Yeah.
But I am thrilled to hear that it worked out better for you.
It did, and I think part of it too was that, like, it wasn't a 4-man party. There was just me and my wife playing together. And it's funny because, like, I love the way that she set this up, is that, like, her character and her Tav and mine were childhood best friends. And so she's like, I want to be your hype man. And I'm like, well, you can be my hype man, but, like, you're my best friend. And we're going on an adventure together because I promised we would when we were kids. And it's cool. So for Christmas, she actually she made art of our characters.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, because like that was the other thing too. Because I was playing a bard, and so she took like the feat that lets her learn a musical instrument. She's like, in my heart, like your character taught me how to play the flute. And so like there would be several instances where we'd be at camp and we'd just start playing songs together.
Mm.
And like, I don't know, like having my wife there, because like one, she has like all of the background knowledge of like, hey, this is the, you know, the history of this franchise. She isn't just like, oh, I jumped on Baldur's Gate 3 because it won Game of the Year. Like, she's like, no.
She's like an actual fan of the series, and this is the big new release.
And it was cool because she'd be like, oh, this line that Jaheira just dropped, like, is like one of her lines from like the previous game. Or like, oh yeah, this is Minsk, who was like my favorite from previous games. And I'm like, that's cool. But yeah.
I'm also screaming because like I never actually saw your character until this artwork, and he looks a lot like my character. Because I also played a blue dragonborn. Mine was a cleric, but like I'm looking at this and like these are some of the things that I picked for my character.
I know.
That's
it's
great.
funny. The difference is I was a bard, and also like this is my camp gear in the picture that she drew. But like I had like gold and blue armor that was like shimmering, and then like I ended up with the blood of Lathander as my weapon. And so I would just fire like sunbeams out of it, and it was great. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 was very special. And like even after finishing the game, like I find myself just thinking about it, just looking back and being like, that was such a huge journey together. And like I think this game's greatest strength is its characters and how well written they are. Especially because, like, in Act 1, you kind of get the surface level of, like, this is who they're presenting themselves as. And then the more that, like, you dig into them and get to know them and progress them with their character plots, these are some fascinating characters that I just adored being with. And again, making my Tav such a deeply personal character for me, of like, because again, I loved playing Melody and she was so important to me. So to like have her story continue on with Rhyme just like made this a very special playthrough for me. And it's one where I'm like, I need to put Baldur's Gate 3 down. I know everyone's like, oh, now you should do a Dark Urge run or whatever. And I'm like, no, I kind of want to let this adventure sit. I'm grateful for the adventure that I had here. And I kind of want to leave it at that. But yeah, that was a large part of my year.
I remember it like now this was the game you played where I was getting the constant updates on it. I got to witness a lot of like from a distance seeing you experience this game and just like acknowledging like the rough start with it and how you didn't get it and was like, oh no, this another person who's like not into it, and then like you started getting into it and I'm like, oh thank goodness.
I think it was before the game clicked for me, because a lot of it too was like one of the things that I kept jokingly saying is like, in my heart this is what happened, because like there was, you know, again, because the dialogue is so limited, and like, you know, because like an example is like when we met Jaheira for the first time and Karlak is freaking out because she's like, this is like a legendary hero. My mom and dad told me bedtime stories about her and she's here. And like all of your dialogue options are like, yeah, okay, she's kind of a grump. I don't really care. And I was like, in my heart, Karlak and I are like holding hands, jumping up and down, being like, oh my gosh, it's Jaheira! This is the hero! Like, Karlach was my best friend in that playthrough. Like, I freaking love Karlach. But then, like, even then, the amount of options that the dialogue would present to you was insane. And, like, there were some legendary moments where, like, the dialogue was perfect. Like, I would say something, and then it would give me the option. Like, when I first met Raphael, and, like, at one point, I was like, I can't wait to kill this man. And then when we finally got to the point that we could fight him, and it literally said, I've been wanting to kill you since the day I met you. And I was just like, yes! It was a great time.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting this to either be, like, if not your game of the year, then, like, close to it, so...
Yeah, it's one of them. Like I said, Deltarune and this, they're neck and neck, and, like, they both have pros and they both have cons, and it just kind of evens out to where I'm like, they have to be at the same spot, including my other game.
Mm-hmm. That is funny that you say neck and neck, because I know what's coming with your next game.
If anyone knows me, they know what it is.
I'm like, there's one game you haven't mentioned yet that, like, you have been talking about all year, so I know it's coming. But I'm excited for it.
I know. Not all year, but a good chunk of it.
Okay. Well, on to my number one. And you may be wondering, after everything that I've listed, including Hades...
I know, this is the thing. I thought Hades would be your number one, so I'm very interested in
what is left. And in a cute little act of deception, among the games that I'd listed that I had played this year, I kind of downplayed it, but there is one that I played this year that I listed there that actually is my game of the year. Deltarune Chapters 3 and 4.
Yeah!
Like, that's the thing. It was so close to being Hades, and then, like, all throughout this month of December, it was just flipping for me. Like, which of these did I enjoy more? And so, like, the thing I like to joke is just, like, ask me in a week. Hades might be my game of the year again. But at the moment, I'm really riding the high of Deltarune. And, like, these two chapters, like, the gloves are off now. Toby means business with this game.
Yes, he does.
And so, like, yes, I'm not going to say too much here. We will save this, like, surprise, surprise, my game of the year is, like, something that we're going to make an episode about to advertise. And so it's like, hey, just stay tuned. But, like, if you want the cliff notes, like, I'm really attached to the characters in this story. Like... I am so invested, and I just need more, and I need to know what's gonna happen next.
Do you want to know something funny?
Mm-hmm.
How I know that, like, this game's got you was in my wife running Strixhaven, your D&D character, and how you cited Susie as, like, an inspiration for your character.
Yep.
And then when I, like, all while I was playing through chapter 3 and 4, and I was like, oh shoot, I see it.
The thing was, it was an unexpected inspiration for the character, because I was more, like, pulling from other sources.
Yes. And there are other
kind of just, like, in the moment, like, a lot of the decisions I made just happened to be very similar to Susie as a character, and so I'm like...
It's just really funny.
This is the route we're taking the character now, I guess.
Honestly, it is a fun character archetype to play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Deltarune's got me, man. Like, those secret bosses, like, I agree, they were brutal, but, like... I welcome it. I welcome the
Good.
brutality. Like,
Good. I mean, that's the other thing too. It was very disgusting to me how much faster you beat it than me.
it is,
But
it's hilarious to me that like I can do stuff like that and then just struggle with like Uncharted 4 multiplayer and like playing Returnal and whatever. Like, it is not about difficulty. It is all about like whether or not the controls mesh with me.
yeah, well, the one thing that I take solace in is I was like, yeah, but you had the best equipment.
Mm-hmm. I did, like, I had the best equipment. I looked up guides.
Oh, I did too, and that's when I realized I was screwed.
Right. There's actually, I didn't even realize this, but in my playthroughs of like chapter 1 and 2, every time I would like upgrade to a better type of equipment, I would sell the old stuff.
Oh.
And I didn't realize that, like, hey, some of that old stuff, like, actually still could help you here, like, if you hold on to it. And so I kind of had to make do.
Oh, boy.
But I did have the super boss, items at least, so that definitely made it easier than I can imagine it was for you. The Dealmaker especially is like the most broken thing.
I wanted it so bad. I was feeling my poor Ralsei. he had nothing, man.
Like any one single attack from the chapter 3 boss just instantly takes him down.
If he was not guarding, he would die in one hit.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Oh man, that's all I really can say for now. Is just we made a ton of memories with this game, and I'm looking forward to talking about it.
I'm so excited to talk about this game with you. Future episode, get hyped.
All right, you get to bring us home.
I love that you already know what it is.
It's the silliest thing in the world. But
listen.
If nothing else, I love that you love it, and I'm happy for you.
Here's the thing. If you had told me what these 3 games would be as my game of the year,
yup,
Deltarune would make sense. I'd be like, oh, no question.
Easily, yeah.
I would have looked at the other 2 and said you were insane.
Yup.
And might have like doubled down hard on like not trying them out and exclusively playing Deltarune. Uma Musume Pretty Derby.
Yeah.
Is so stupid in how much fun it is. It's so stupid, and I adore this game. This stupid game, and I almost didn't get into it. It's so funny. Because on paper, this game is so stupid. Like you explain it, you're like, yeah, so it's like anime girls that are horse girls, and they just race. But like, this game is so much fun, and like the characters are they're so fun. I can't believe I'm having so much fun with this game. Like, because again, like I heard it explained to me, and I was like, that sounds so stupid. And not to mention, it sounds like stupid gotcha bullcrap.
Mm-hmm.
This just feels predatory and stupid. And I almost just completely ignored it. And then RT Game started playing it, and I watched his highlight video. And this is why I love following RT, is because he will play things like literally the video is titled like a man in his 30s plays Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And it's funny, and of course, like, I've seen it with so many people getting into this game that they start out like all the same, like, this is so stupid. Why is everyone popping off over this? And then making jokes like, man, so like if you lose, do they just turn you into glue? Or like what? And then the thing is, then you start to get invested. You start to learn about these characters and how much they mean to all of us in the fandom. I watched RT Game and Marizensky! And just like how she became the Drift Queen. And like, that's the other thing too, is like seeing like the deck building aspect of it. It was like, wait, this gameplay is kind of fire. And then just like more people, like I started just finding more people talking about it and just singing its praises. And then I was like, I started like teetering on the edge of like, I gotta start learning about this. And I'm like, but like, do I want to commit to playing the game or whatever? And then lo and behold, Cinderella Grey, the anime, fell into my lap, and it might be peak, man. Like, Ogre Cap is the best. I love her so. She is my horse. I love her so much, to the point that like I caught up to the anime, and then I started reading the manga, and then I caught up to the manga. And so I was like, all right, I think it's time. I think I need to play this game. Now here's the thing. Like I said, with all of these, this is not a perfect game. It immediately loses points for being a gacha game. Just because RNG hates me. RNG hates me so much. But I have not spent any money on this game. And I appreciate the fact that like I'm still having this much fun with the game despite never spending a cent on it. I also like, and that's the thing though, because like it is a gacha game, and so there's a little bit of like the fear of missing out. But I will tack on that like unlike most gacha games, there's a lot of quality of life like features to it. That like you can still play this game and enjoy it despite not spending money on it. Which I really appreciated doing. I also docked it points because the tutorial sucks. This is like one of the worst tutorials in a game I have ever experienced. Because it does not explain anything. I still don't know how sparks work. They do not explain anything. And then like the thing too is like when you first boot up the game, the song Make Debut, which even though it is in my heart and I love it, I find myself absentmindedly humming along. It is probably the weakest song in the soundtrack to make the main theme. When there's things like Next Frontier and Unlimited Impact. Like, there are songs in this soundtrack that go so hard. And the one that, like, all of the iconography and, like, advertising is with Make Debut. And it's the most, like, by the numbers, like, J-pop idol song. You know, like it doesn't leave like a good first impression. And like I feel bad because that one day that I was like, hey, I'm gonna play this, like, do you want to just watch? And I streamed it. I feel like I did an awful job showcasing the game to you. Because what had happened was I had started Grass Wonder's career and then I'd lost, and so I was like, oh, I need to start over then. And so I was trying to get back to where I was, so I was like skipping races and skipping cutscenes and stuff. And so you're just like, okay, so like, where's the gameplay? Like, it's just you like randomly stat building.
I thought there was going to be more horse racing, but it's like you're skipping the races and like spending a lot of time on like the dialogue and the in-between stuff. And so it's just kind of like...
Yeah.
I would assume a game about horse racing, the most important thing would be the races.
And that's the thing too, is because you don't have to watch the race. Like once you clear a race and you get the trophy, you can skip it every time afterwards and just see the results. But like half the fun is watching the race and watching how.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, if you're like an end closer and you're just like, oh my gosh, please put the gas pedal, please. Oh man. But like genuinely, there is so much love poured into this game. Like, Cygames did their freaking research and poured every ounce of that into this game. This game is not some cheap, like, gotcha cash grab. And there's just, like, it is in the details with this game. And there are so many details in it. Like, some examples. Gold ship. So, I learned something that, like, when a horse is, taken to a race, they tie a ribbon on its tail, and different colored ribbons mean different things. And one of those things is, if a horse has a red ribbon on its tail, it means, hey, I kick people, back away. And so Gold Ship's character design has red ribbons on her boots, and her victory animation is her drop kicking the player. It's so good. Or like, the fact that like the ear accessories. So, because they're all anime girls. But depending on which ear they have an accessory on, if it's the right ear, the original horse was male, and if it's on the left ear, the original horse was female. But then, so there's a horse known as Fine Motion, that the actual horse was a vestigial intersex horse. And so it has accessories on both ears.
Oh.
Like, there's so many details. The fact that, like, all of the Mejuro clan all have the same color scheme. Because they're, like, this prestigious, like, lineage of horse. I don't know. Like, there's so many tiny little details and just love that is poured into this game. And I think for me, like, why this game ranks so high, and it flew up, like, the list of games that I played this year, is that it is more than just the game itself. Like, this has led me down this never-ending rabbit hole to learn about, like, the real horses and their stories. Like, and just, like, my YouTube recommendations are flooded with just stories about horses. Like, learning about Gold Ship and the 12 billion yen incident. Where Gold Ship had, like, 1 to 9 odds on winning this thing, and then just decided, nah, I don't want to race today. I want to pick a fight with the person next to me. Or, like, I think I showed you the video of Silver Sonic hitting the fence at the 2022 Tenno Show Spring.
That's right. I do remember that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Or even, like, Haru Urara. My goodness, I love her so much. The shining star of losers everywhere. And the fact that she revitalized Japan's economy with her 0 win and 113 losses. And then the fact that, like, she got her first win after retirement. Like, after retiring, she finally got a win. And it's, like, the most beautiful story of never giving up. And I don't know, like, this game just made me, like, more aware of, like, horses as an actual animal. Like, because, again, I live kind of, like, I don't live, like, in Nowheresville, but, like, far enough away from the big city that, like, I'll see pastures of horses, and I just, like, find that I'm just more aware of them now. And how much I just like horses now. And just, I don't know, like, this game has been a fascinating just deep dive for me. And learning about something that I didn't know I cared about. As well as just, like, the community is so cool. Like, the fact that, you know, the fans are like, hey, we appreciate that, like, you know, not just the fans, but also Cygames as well. The fact that it's like, they've been working towards bettering conditions for retired racehorses and honoring the memory and legacy of, like, you know, the actual horses and jockeys that these characters are based on. It's just really cool, and it's super fun, and it's just been, like, this amazing deep dive that I've just been enjoying going down. It's just been fun, like, the whole way down.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know.
If I can comment, because, I'm coming to after being hit by the fire hose that is your enthusiasm.
Sorry, yeah.
To add my commentary on this, as somebody who is, like, I do not identify as an Uma Musume fan, by any stretch, and, like, I probably never will download and play the game myself.
We'll see.
Mainly, I mean, you have the power. You could force me to play this and make a podcast episode about it.
This is my revenge for Cookie Clicker.
All right, that's fair. No, I definitely would rather play that over Cookie Clicker, but here's the thing, though. Like, I am very averse to gacha games just because of the design of it, and it's a thing that I think legally should not be allowed to exist. Like, video games should not be designed in that way, at least not without, like, a ton more regulations.
Mm-hmm. I'll have some more to say, like, on this in a minute when you're done.
Free to play games should exist, and, like, you know, having access to that kind of stuff. It's just like, I think gacha games need more guardrails than they have currently.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't fault this game specifically for that sort of thing. It's kind of more the concept in general. Also, like, idol culture, I get that, like, I'm not from Japan, so, like, I don't know. I wasn't raised to, like, see it as a good thing. But, like, there's a degree of just, like, commodifying young girls that's, like, really disgusting to me. So, like, again, by all accounts, I should dislike what Uma Musume is trying to do.
Yeah.
But it's not the case with this franchise. It very much is, like, trying to create, like, even if it's a very weird type of art, it is trying to be sincere in how it creates this art. And the fact that, like you said, it is based on the actual history of horse races and everything, that the characters are homages to, you know, actual people and, like, the horses they've trained and raised and stuff, and, like, it's very much made with love, and so I deeply respect it for that. And I think also, like, I don't know, like, if you're such, like, a big man gamer boy that you're like, oh, I can't play this dumb girly whatever, like, idol horse racing blah blah blah, it's such nonsense, like, stop taking yourself so seriously. Like, it's silly fun. It's really funny that, like, these humanoid characters are doing this thing that horses do. And, like, it's very silly and entertaining to watch them do this, to just see people, like, sprinting as hard as they can.
That's like, the thing, too, is, like, they run with, like, they put their whole butt into it. Like, they are going all out. One of the things, I saw a video of somebody talking about, like, I think they started watching Cinderella Grey, and they're like, I love the way they phrase it. They're like, I mean this no disrespect. This is a positive. These anime girls making the ugliest faces as they are running as hard as they can.
Yeah, it's not about being, like, pretty and a marketable object. It's about, like, we gotta go, man. I gotta win this race.
I
It
need
is
to win.
basically the appeal of sports anime.
It's the best sports anime.
It literally is a sports anime. And like watching Cinderella Grey with you made me think like, I want to watch more sports animes.
It's really good.
I kind of like the energy from this. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I have my qualms about like necessarily the game itself, and like I'm not interested in playing the game. The anime of Cinderella Grey, it's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that anime. It's an enjoyable anime, and I can be kind of tough to please sometimes with anime. So that's.
I wanted to walk it back to some of the complaints that you had about like what you said about it having guardrails. There are guardrails.
No. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
That's I'm not saying it about this game. I'm talking about gacha games in general, and also like idol culture in general. And I'm saying like this game does better about that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, so there's two things I want to point out. Is that one, you can put things in place. Like it will cut you off on being able to spend money. You can set up guardrails for yourself. And also
that's good.
There's some good quality of life stuff of like, you know, obviously it's a little more grindy and like harder to do, but like, you know, if you're like, well, I do want this character. Like I ended up getting a character from a banner that had gone away, but like they still stay in the pool. And I was like, this is a seasonal event character and I just got it. This is awesome. And just like one of the things is like my biggest fear was that like you had to get a new one. If this game was truly money hungry, they would make you resummon a character every time to use them. But like once you have the character, you can use them as many times as you want. And I was like, oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that it's not like lousy PNG, like 2D art, but like they're full animated 3D models of these characters. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is awesome. I appreciate this. And then as far as like the idol thing, it is worth noting Cygames has said the Umas are not idols. The concert at the end is meant to basically be the equivalent of a victory lap after you finish a race. It is basically their way of like, hey, let's celebrate the fact that like I just ran a good race.
Okay, I get that. I still do respect that, but
yes,
the way they depict their victory lap is that they're anime girls singing a pop song for an audience. Like, it's not apples and oranges. It's just an apple and a different kind of apple. Like, I get what they're trying to say, but like, it's the same
other
thing.
thing too is that it is they've explained, and this is the fascinating thing is like the world building here is like all of the Umas have an innate desire to run and also to sing and perform.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of one of those things that's like, no, like all of them have this inherent desire to be on stage and do that. And like, it's not like,
yeah. And again, what I'm not saying is that the way that they're depicting it is bad. I'm just saying it is idol stuff. It Uma Musume is a product to be sold to an audience about young girls that are performing.
Yeah.
How you as you know, a consumer of media take that as your own, you know, interpretation. Your own
no, that's totally fair.
I'm just saying it is idol culture.
It is.
Like,
and it is still
even if
built
they depict it differently in their world building and their storytelling and stuff. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah. It's
and again, I'm not trying to say it's bad in this specific game. I'm just saying it's idol culture.
And I don't know, like, as far as, like, the actual gameplay itself, like, you know, strip away, like, the world building and the, like, all of the story and everything and just, all right, what's the gameplay like? It's, like, it's kind of a deck building game, which is really fun, because, like, the whole thing is you pick your horse, and that's your trainee, and, like, you're given specific goals for them to meet. And then you build a deck of like support cards that are like other characters that will come in, and they'll have little like sequences that give you certain abilities or stat buffs and everything. And then you just decide how you train them. And it's weirdly addicting to just like, yeah, I want to make like a front runner build for this racer now. And like, so I'm going to want to pick cards that give front runner skills and also boost like these stats. And it's just like, and then what's cool though, cause like, again, another half of, horse racing is the breeding aspect. And so any character whose career you finish, they become a legacy character that then pass on their stats to the next generation. And you also, anyone who's in your friend list, you can borrow one from theirs and combine the two to get like stat buffs and skills that your next racer can inherit. And so it's really fun that like, even though I finished Ogre Cap's story, I'm like, but what if I made a different one now? What if I made one with this kind of build? And so it just like, it's funny like that's the addictive part to me. Of like, going back in and trying to like, okay, now what kind of build can I make here? I don't know. This game is stupid and it's unbelievably fun.
Yeah. It's good, silly fun.
It is.
There's also a degree that I think about, again, like, because I find like the world and the concepts and stuff like really charming and fascinating, more so than just like the way that the mobile game is designed. If they made like, I get that like a gacha game is like better for their business model or whatever, but like if they made like a proper video game, where you play as the girls and do the racing, I would be all over that.
Funny you should mention that.
So are they gonna?
No, they have.
They have.
I haven't played it.
Why is nobody talking about this? They're talking about the mobile game.
Because the mobile game is more fun. But so that's the thing too. Okay. I'm going to go on this tangent and then we could be done talking about this. But like, because this is one of the things I love about Cygames too, is that they use their money from the gacha, like, one, to actually like, they sponsor a lot of stuff to boost the quality of like retired horses and sponsor horse racing and stuff. But also two, the money that they make, they put towards making not just gacha games, but like actual full games too. There is an Uma Musume game that did come out right alongside this one. It is a party game. Just like a bunch of mini games and stuff, but like it is still the same characters and stuff, and it's really cool. It's all of this like pixel art. So yes, there actually is an actual game. It's not.
There's actual games.
It's not as popular.
I'm talking like what I want to see is like a very mechanically deep game where you do the racing, like you the player are the Uma Musume that's running the race. Like, that's what I want.
Interesting.
I get that that's not in the spirit of horse racing because, like, you watch the horses race, but...
You take on the... Well, the thing is you take on the role of the trainer in the game. Yeah. And that's kind of the thing.
It is about being the trainer and training them to do the race and stuff. Like, that is more accurate to horse racing. I'm just saying, I want, like, a sprinting... racing game.
You might like the party game because it is a lot of it's like a racing party game.
Okay. I mean, I'll look into it. I didn't even know this existed. No one talks about anything except the mobile game, so this is my first time.
I mean, the mobile game also, I like the themes of it, of like, because you are the trainer and your goal is to help them achieve their dreams.
Yeah.
And so like literally it's like, okay, here are their goals. It's your responsibility to help them do what they need to do to get there. That's cool. I like this game. But yeah, it's funny too, like when I was putting together my list, because these three games were like, these are the top. And Like, I'm gonna want to go off and talk about all of them. And then I was like, I need a 4 and a 5. And, like, the gap between those were so funny.
It is true, because I was like, I didn't hear you talk much about your 4 and 5s, but then, like, all of these, I'm like, yeah, these are the
big
real
ones.
winners.
I know. That it was such, like, like, ludicrous lead that these had. Because, again, like, this was a fascinating year for gaming for me. In that, like, I didn't get to play a whole lot of stuff for myself, but the stuff that I did, I really enjoyed. But yeah, I don't know how much of that whole conversation you're going to cut, because I kind of went off, because
I mean, like, I'm not planning on it, but, like, there is going to be just, an hour. I feel like that was just an hour on Uma.
Listen, man, like I said, it has a vice grip on my brain. And
I know you said all 3 of those games tie for Game of the Year. But
I know. Here's the thing, too, is that I know I'm never going to get to talk about this anywhere else. Like, I kind of wanted to just get it all out, which is part of it.
Again, you could force me to play it for the podcast.
I know, but I also don't want
to talk about it.
I also don't want to force you, is the thing, too.
Do you want to horse me, though? Anyway.
All right, man.
Enough horsing around. That's our top 5 games of the year.
Oh, boy. I knew it was coming, but even still, I don't think I was ready for that.
That was a very fun conversation.
Yeah, it was. Listen, again, we pretend like this is a show, but like really it's an excuse for us to just hang out and talk and
it
talk
kind
about
of is,
things.
yeah. We're archiving and preserving these conversations just so we can look back on them and have fun.
That's the whole point, dude. But also, I think it's fun. Also, for me, like specifically this thing that we do where we look back at the year, for me, it's also important because I want to highlight, like, hey, these are the games that meant a lot to me, so that if anyone else listens to it, it's like, oh, I want to give this a try.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, you definitely threw things out that I was like, I want to try that. That sounds awesome.
It's, like... The thing that I've noticed, I know a lot of people get into podcasting for the sake of, like, they want the world to accept their ideas, and they want to get famous, and they want to put their ideas out there. For me, what this show kind of has been, as we've done this over the years, is kind of just a form of journaling, but we're doing it together. And just, like, recording memories and ideas and having them stored there to look back on. And so, like, our like, end of the year thing kind of started as just like, oh, well, Snowfy and Guano are doing this. It'd be kind of fun if we did this, too.
I'd love an excuse to talk about the games that I played this year that I love.
Yeah. But it was also, like, I wanted to talk about even the stuff that I didn't consider Game of the Year material, and I liked that it was kind of more extensive, and so I'm kind of glad that this shifted from, like, a small side thing that we do to now, like, a big part of the show. And so, like, this one's 3 hours, like, we went off.
I know. And half of that was my fault for talking about horses.
A third of it specifically was you talking about horses. But look, man, like, it's almost the slogan of the show, but it's our show. We do what we want.
There we go.
I love listening to people yap, and I will engage in a little yappery myself from time to time, so it's perfect.
Everyone also listening to this can consider this as an invitation to, like, go off and talk about what you love.
Yes, please. Tell me in the comments, what were you playing this year? What did you like? What was, like, the formative gaming memories you made this year? Because, like, there's so much crazy stuff. Like, there's big releases this year that like neither of us even got to play. There's like we got a sequel to Kirby Air Ride this year. We got Hollow Knight Silk Song. Like
we got Expedition 33. Like even though I haven't played it yet, it is on my radar. Like
right,
I am aware of it, and I need to find out more. But like it's in the vicinity.
There is a Sonic racing game where you can play as Hatsune Miku and SpongeBob.
Yes.
Like, this year was nuts. There's good stuff all around if you look for it. And if you're not interested in keeping up with current releases or you just don't have the money, look into your backlog. Look what's been released in previous years. Because there's always hidden gems. And that's how you wind up with stuff like us finding Hades.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, Metroid Prime or... yeah, all of it.
Yup.
Great video games are out there if you look for them, and some you don't even have to pay money for. I'm very tired.
I am
wrap
too.
up the episode.
Yup. Wrap it up.
We made that joke last year.
I know, but like it. I hate it.